You're minding your business, taking a late night walk under the street lighting of your quiet neighborhood, when all of a sudden your shadow breaks out in a wild dance upon the cool and coarse asphalt. Without a doubt, 100% of all living humans on Earth would be spooked out of their meat suits if confronted with such a sight. Most of us would self-diagnose as clinically insane on the spot, no second opinion required. Well, what if I told you that this hypothetical drama describes the condition of most, if not all, people blessed with consciousness to date? Psychologist Carl Jung is famous for introducing the concept of the shadow that he uses to refer to a dormant part of the human psyche that contains disagreeable aspects of human nature like jealousy, greed, wrath, and hatred, to name a few. This shadow takes on a life of its own and proceeds to override the ego so that the behavior an individual exhibits is influenced by ghosts of the past that were left unaddressed and so begin to make themselves felt in the individual's present. To cite an example, someone who comes from a background where they received little attention compared to other children becomes an attention-seeking, power-hungry person in order to compensate for the void they felt as a child. Another example is a society that's been taught to be blindly subservient to government, even when that authority stops to mean well. It's easy to see how both examples can turn into nightmares of catastrophic proportions. However, to see requires awareness of the shadow. That is to say, the burden of recognizing flaws rests on each and every person. To go back to the hypothetical drama we started with, no one in that scene would begin to mimic the shadow in order to duplicate its movements, stride for stride. The natural phenomenon is that the shadow follows the movements of the projector. For this to happen in a psychological sense, it would take awareness to be able to take control of the shadow. This awareness comes from stillness. In a society that demands constant movement, stillness can bring the awareness required to break out of the wild dance of the collective shadow. Then, we can begin to conduct ourselves in the capacity of the sons that we are, and not be flung here and there at the behest of a mere shadow.